What is Enagic's return policy really? Hi, my name is Laura Ellen, and I'm making this video because there is a lot of misinformation on the internet right now regarding Enagic's return policy and a lot of other things about Enagic. I'm not sure how it is that legally some of these competitors are able to get away with this, but somehow they do. So I just want to set the record straight. And Enagic actually has a very, very fair return policy, but you wouldn't know it if you read and believe what some of the other competitors say on the internet. Now, I'm not going to come right out and use clear pictures of their logos and their machines, but I do want to tell you that this is a particular company that uses Enagic's name, the word Kangen water, and pictures of Enagic machines all the time in their marketing. And there are a few companies that do this, but I would say that this particular company I'm going to go over is probably the worst. And so maybe it's one of the two worst. I want to show you what this one particular company posted on their site. Just about everything on this chart is actually misleading or inaccurate, but for now, for this video, I am just going to go over the trial period, what they say about the trial period. They say, and here it is blown up in larger letters, Enagic only allows 7 days, 30 days with an $800 restocking fee. Most others are 60 days with a 15% restocking and processing fee. Okay, I don't know where these guys are getting their facts, but it literally sounds like they just make stuff up. Whatever sounds good, they just kind of say it. And again, I don't know how they legally are able to get away with it, but they do. And so I've just seen so many people who go online and they believe this stuff, and it just breaks my heart because they end up finding out the hard way that their $3,500 machine does not do the same thing that they were thinking that it would. And, if somebody had just pointed out to them that, yes, these companies really do just make stuff up, they might have known better, but that's why I'm making this video. What you just saw there is just one of many different ways that Enagic's competitors try to mislead the public about Enagic. And it can be very effective for people who aren't willing to take the time to do in-depth research. Okay, so back to the main point. I'm going to show you what Enagic's return policy really is and break it down section by section. Okay, so the ST501 is Enagic's flagship model. It is their most popular model, and the retail price is $3,980. And by the way, easy financing is available. Enagic is so generous, they have made it so that just about anybody can get a machine. And the restocking fee for this machine is just $380, which is less than 10%. Enagic's competitors will typically charge a 15% restocking fee. Just to show you what that looks like, for a $3,500 machine, that fee alone would cost you about $525. Some companies offer a longer trial period, like I've seen a few companies that offer 60-day trial periods, but honestly, I tell people, look, if you can't feel the difference in 30 days, you bought the wrong machine. Honestly, you can feel a difference with Congo water. Many people report that they feel a difference within a day. Now, I do want to tell you that it is very typical for someone to go through a detox phase that can typically take about 2 weeks, but a lot of people notice an increase in their energy within a week or two. So here are copies of Enagic's last two return policies. They're pretty much the same thing. I don't really think it's so much that they're changing the policy, but they're trying to make it a lot clearer to people. And they seem to update these every couple of years. I'm just going to go over the most recent version and break it down section by section so you can see with your own eyes what the policy really is. And so that this video doesn't get too long, I'm just going to go over the return policies for the ST501 and the ST501 Platinum. And the Platinum is the model that we have. So first of all, I'm going to go over the return policy for new and unused machines. If the machine is new and unused, meaning no water's been run through it, you can get a full refund for the purchase price minus the shipping if you return it during the grace period. That's within 7 days of receipt. Now guys, that's pretty standard for companies. As a matter of fact, I actually think it's better than standard, but just to let you know, that's what the 7-day return policy is for new and unused machines. Also, if you miss the 7-day grace period, you can still return an unused machine within 30 days, and Enagic will issue a restocking fee, which is just $100. Okay, so the return policy for used machines. Now, if an SD501 model, either one, the SD501 or the SD501 Platinum, is used, you have 7 days to return it with a restocking fee of just $100. If you have a serious health condition or if you have a lot of toxins in your body, then if you return it within 7 days, you're probably going to be returning it right when you're in the middle of the detox phase. It's very typical for a person who has a lot of toxins in their body to feel a little worse before they feel better. And that can typically take about 2 weeks. So if you return the machine after 7 days, and you're one of those people who has a lot of toxins in your body, chances are good that you have not experienced the full effect of the machine. I don't recommend returning it within 7 days. Honestly, I don't recommend returning it at all because I feel like this is the best investment we've ever made, but I'm just letting you know about the detox phase. So you do have 7 days to return it with a restocking fee of just $100. And that restocking fee is the same thing for the SD501 or the SD501 Platinum. Now, if you use an SD501 for more than a week and you have up to 30 days to use it and you decide to return it, there's what they call a processing fee of $380. So basically, it's the same thing as a restocking fee. It's just that they call it a processing fee to differentiate from, if you don't use the machine. But I want to point out that that is really cheap, guys. That is less than 10% of the price of the machine, and it is very standard for almost all other ionizers to charge a 15% restocking fee. So I think it's kind of funny and ironic that some of these companies try to make it sound like Enagic has this outrageous restocking fee when they actually have one of the lowest restocking fees in the industry. Now, I want to tell you that the SD501 Platinum, which is the model that we have, and I think it's the most gorgeous model there is, that one costs $300 more, and the restocking fee is also $300 more. I'm not totally sure why that is, but I've never had a customer return one after drinking the water fresh for 30 days. But I just want to let you know, for some reason, that one is a lot more. I'm thinking that maybe the reason that it costs more is because Enagic is kind of giving us a break with that low restocking fee by saying, look, we're just going to charge 10% because we just want you to have really good health. So we're going to make that restocking fee much lower than what's typical for the industry. We're going to make it under 10% for those of you who are struggling with a health condition. Now, if somebody is buying the Platinum, they're buying it more not just for the health condition, but because they want the nicest looking model that there is. At least that's how I look at it. And that's kind of what we did. I had done enough research. I did over 50 hours of research before we bought the machine, and I was so confident that we were not going to return the machine that to me it was worth, taking that risk. And by the way, nobody ever offered for us to pay our restocking fee. But it's just that after a few years of selling these, I'm just so confident in our, because we have a very low return rate. I've never seen anyone take us up on this offer to return a machine after they've drank the water for 30 days. Nobody takes us up on that. And so I'm very confident in making you this offer. So I'm so confident that what we do is we say, look, I am willing to pay up to $380 for either machine. So if you choose to get the SD501, I will cover the entire restocking fee for that model. If you get the SD501 Platinum, I will also cover up to $380 for that model. And so you would just be left paying the extra $300, provided that you drink the water every day for 30 days and you just fill out a form showing that, yes, you did drink the water, and send it back to us once a week, every Sunday by 6 o'clock. It's not that hard. Nobody takes us up on that, but I'm just letting you know we do have you covered if you want to take us up on that offer. I also want to point out here that this restocking fee is what we consider to be a relatively low gamble. When we bought the machine, again, knowing that we would have to pay the restocking fee if for some reason we weren't satisfied with it, I looked at it like this. It would cost us more than $380 to fly to Vegas and gamble. And I consider this a relatively low gamble, a low risk. I looked at it like, if we buy this thing and if for some reason it doesn't work, we're out $380. Well, we couldn't have flown to Vegas and gambled for that amount. But we looked at it like, if it actually does work and does what it says that it does, then that's going to be like winning the lottery. And it's going to be the best appliance that we've ever bought. So to me, it was absolutely worth taking that risk. But, again, I'm just letting you know that we will cover the entire restocking fee for the SD501 and up to $380 for the SD501 Platinum, should you choose to purchase your machine from us. I also want to point out that Enagic's return policy could be subject to change in the future. I don't expect much of a change if there are any changes at all, but I just want to say that if you are looking at any other return policy besides the 2017 version, and they do seem to get updated every few years, you may want to just be sure that it is still the same thing as what I'm going over here. Okay, so to be clear on what the return date needs to be, Enagic considers the return date to be the postmark date. So as an example, if a customer received an SD501 on January 1st, they would have until January 8th to have it postmarked to qualify for a 7-day return. So they count 7 days forward. So if it's the 1st, then they would count the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. So you have to make sure that you have it postmarked on that date, and also make sure, like, you want to count ahead of time and make sure that the post office is going to be open on that date. Needless to say, the product does need to be received undamaged. So if it was me personally, I would make sure to ask for a signature confirmation and or insurance. I actually did have a return. There was a woman who ordered the machine for her brother. He was very, very sick, and the doctors basically said that he was going to die. She talked to us for quite a while and decided that she wanted to buy the machine just to try it out. But she was just scared. She was so scared that her brother was going to die and that they weren't really going to be able to utilize the machine, that she decided to return it. She did return it after the 7 days, though. Now, I had told her that I would cover the restocking fee for people who drank the water for 30 days and filled out the form and showed us that they drank the water. However, in her case, because she was having some issues with setting it up, and I just felt really bad for her because she was dealing with the death of her brother. In that special case, I decided that I was going to pay for the shipping back to the company in addition to the restocking fee. She actually stepped in and decided to reimburse us for that, and she wanted to pay for it herself. But I'm just letting you know that initially I did pay for that, and I did have that machine insured because I didn't want to take any chances that it was going to get lost somewhere or it was going to get damaged. That was my own personal insurance. It's kind of like, when you go to, say, Best Buy and you buy something and they say, well, do you want the extra protection? My husband is one of those people who he's like, no, he never gets the protection. Sometimes I do get it. It depends on what type of appliance I'm getting. It's one of those things. If you're a really lucky person and, you tend to have the kind of luck where you don't have to worry about things, then you always take a chance. I'm just one of those people who just doesn't want to take that chance. So it's totally up to you what you want to do. So again, I want to go over our personal guarantee. So we are so confident that you are going to love your machine that in addition to Enagic's return policy, we also offer a personal guarantee in that we will cover up to $380 of the restocking fee on either machine. You just have to fill out a form that shows that yes, you did drink the water fresh for 30 days and send it to us once a week, every Sunday by 6 p.m. And again, this is kind of going by the honor system. We're not going to go to your house and check up and make sure that you were drinking the water. But, I feel like in good faith, people will be honest and they will, say what they experienced during the 30 days. So anyway, anyone who's willing to fill out that form, which you can find on our website at bestwaterguaranteed.com, we are more than happy to extend that offer to you. Again, so far, nobody who has drank the water fresh for 30 days has taken us up on this offer to return the machine, but we just want to assure you that we have you covered. So to order your machine or ask us any questions, you can just call 1-800-420-2641. That's 1-800-H2O-2641. Or you can email me at bestwaterguaranteed@gmail.com. All right, thanks so much for your time, and I look forward to speaking with you.